Hi, I'm Andy Luke and welcome to my channel where I make video essays on pop culture and silly essays on pop culture. This is one of the silly ones, section 31. Oh wait, my copy looks pirated. Oh, it's sorted itself. Cashless? Hardly a bestseller. Maybe they should leave those signs for capital cities.
There were 18 of us this time. They pitted us against each other. And month by month, our numbers dwindled.
Well, that's what smoking does for you. The water probably shouldn't boil if it's just a face wash. God, these health warnings have got really vicious. I see this film will have an anti-fascist bent to it. Ah, look, they've all teleported down to celebrate Georgio's initiation. There's a lot of them. They must really love her. Fabulous community showing.
I love you.
Tainted love. Ooh, ooh. Touch me, baby, tainted love. What a remarkable story twist. I did not see that coming. Did you see that coming? Well, it's good for the crops. Well, I guess I'd better get my character skin on.
This is Control with a priority message. Your subject is Emperor Phillippa Georgio, most criminal population in recorded
Bloody
history.
Starfleet, they've given me two
She
right
was
ears.
brought to our universe and joined Section 31. But after a few years, we lost contact. Territory outside Federation space, where we're tracking a new threat on the black market. Make no mistake, this dog bites.
Now I have doggy treats. The Baran Club, capital city meat market with the Loch Sahar and Madame Veronica Dufranc. I think it's supposed to be strawberries, but looks like she's eating pickled eggs.
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
You're heading up a team of 6 operatives and they're all over the bar.
Be real, she's noticed because it's usually empty. There's only 3 people in tonight and a quite good singer, but lots more than 3 clapping. Must be a prestige package audience recording. After crawling at a snail's pace for 15 minutes, we're given details on 5 main key characters in a 1-minute barrage, and their own motivations as to why they appear how they are isn't really that credible. Only that Alok wants Georgio to detect them. Did I mention how much I hate long nails? It's the next scene on board the ship that gives us a needed exposition on the team. Zeph, the Fico comic relief and disabled token. Fuzz. Oh Lord! A nano creature whose artificial intelligence-powered Irish accent is positively the worst. A new low for a franchise with a poor record on racism targeted at the Irish. Oh no, don't take away my lucky charms. Let's fight and talk, you bastards. I'll smoke your face against that like button and hammer it down on the subscribe bell twice, you dirty, dirty English scum. Male? She's a walking roofie. Well, that's girls for you. Lieutenant Rachel Garrett, Starfleet's Be Nice cop. Well, that's enough explanation of the girls. Quasi, shape-changing discoverer of gleoclusters. Huh? A logic-driven overthinking science guy. Their target is pathologist and bioweapon designer Data No. He's on his way to Baram to sell to the Minosian High Council. Georgio escorts him to his room. Data expresses conflicting views on the accommodation, changing his mind 3 times in short succession, which tells us his TripAdvisor review might be one on the idiot end of the scale. I checked into the Baram Hotel where they were to have my room ready. There was no one at check-in, but the owner made it easy for me. The room was tacky. If I wanted gold chandeliers and bay windows and warm bulletproof wallpaper, I would have asked it. The owner did not tell me on booking page that bioweapons are not allowed and was very rude about it. A wasted journey. I shall never stay there again. A disgrace. 5 stars. That'll make sure everyone sees it.
I think I got some popcorn stuck in my teeth. I mean, I could pick up the case, but ringside seat and sustainable candies.
How was I to know there'd be people in the bar that night?
Ah! Oh no! Mel! Oh, Jim. Oh no. Oh, I can't believe it. Mel. Diddle-dun-dun. Mel's gone. Mel? God damn it, feckin' Mel's gone. Daphne, I just heard about Mel. Rigel's gonna be pissed.
There's no popcorn in that. Typically deadly bar brawls with Joe Public running from the scene, but this lot seem in anticipation of monster truck injury derby. The only one leaving is my favourite cast member. That's Emily May, credited as torch singer, and her pipes are well suited to this executive elite location. So we're 30 minutes in, and the soundscape composed by Jeff Russo is one of the best things in this. Searching for more information on it, I happened by a song called Section 31 from Irish folk legend Christy Moore.
Section 31 on the TV. Section 31 radio. Section 31 is like a blindfold. Section 31 makes me feel cold.
It's from his 1983 album, The Time Has Come, and refers to Section 31 of the Irish Broadcasting Authority Act. Its aim was to censor politically violent speech. The Act came into force in 1968, with important amendments in 1976 under Minister Cruz O'Brien, which banned content from specific sources, Sinn Féin and the IRA. The law was also applied beyond violent acts. A number of Christy Moore's songs were suppressed under Section 31, including Section 31. Anyway, let's get back to the Rockin' Sockin' Robot, the popular household games cinema adaptation. Oh, God's sake, cut it out. Still, it did much better for Mattel in the 8 to 14 age range and Plutonium Ball.
Well, that's from distance. Oh, my word. Absolutely astonishing.
Meanwhile, long ago, the Terran Empire have built the galaxy's biggest Ferrero Rocher.
You took the same poison?
A slower acting one, it had seemed. Michelle Yeoh's leather dominatrix gave a much-needed bang-bang of spice to Discovery's unchallenging thin-wood stick story. But the authoritarian dictator as heroic lead doesn't work so well in 2025, when the geopolitical landscape seems run by the inhabitants of Arkham Asylum. Georgio seems less racy-hotty and more Maggie T. Ceausescu. This scene tells us a Locke is from the 20th century and a victim of a tyrant like Georgio. That didn't kill him, but made him stronger, unlike 99.9% of people for whom tyranny bloody hurts. The sequence Coded Transmission 2 evokes the original intention of serialization, whereas Coded Transmission 1 works as commentary on how espionage agents like Georgio often cause more work than their brief, requiring more funds from the payroll. But that's just by the by. So you see, the slow-motion walk employed in the second part of the discourse carries a subtext of radical rebellion against the conventions of the Lumiere brothers. Their work, pioneering at the time, showcased fast-moving pedal feet, which in modernity seems appropriate. Thus, Salmi has made a bold directing choice in having the actors walk extra slow, an exhausting procedure which put their health at risk and took 2 days to shoot. If you look carefully, you can see the film catch a light. In order to give it authentic realism, professional digital boffins spent another day speeding up the raw footage. I do not believe cinema has seen its like, and fear it never will do again. To be fair, there's a little fun in the dialogue around Zeph and apostrophes this time, though writer Craig Sweeney or his editors don't seem cognizant of how their humour works, opening the script up to Fuzz, whose role appears to be agent for shit on fun operations. Dada know?
With all the shit in her face.
Actually, I quite like the little television. Buckles and tells of a cosmic storm that ripped down the fence between the Terran Empire and ours. They reveal that they're coming through, ups the stakes and raises the attention levels. Update. The owner of the Garum Hotel arranged for temporary accommodation and made inappropriate suggestions. My new room was cold, with a seat which was uncomfortable, and they even had me booked in as Dada knows. Somebody deserves to get fired.
Which means one of us is a mole.
The cynical part of me wants to say the surviving women, the blacks or the Irish. Though it could be the two robots or the two chameleons.
Well, your corporate culture is straight up shit.
Best line of the film. These midway shots of story adrenaline, the oncoming Terran Empire, the mole and the crew, they serve the production well, with paranoia driving the course around an otherwise standard labyrinth search. I felt kept on tenterhooks with the mole plot point. One half of me was sure it was a woman, until the face-punching posted up it was the Irish. Ow! Spoilers.
Brand new, so maybe it was some.
Could be you.
Could be you.
And I still don't even know what you look like. You can change into anything you want.
She's new. She doesn't care about us.
You wouldn't believe the tiny spots I could get into. For example, the inner workings of body modifications.
Ah, it's my ma's exposition.
That's why its responses were so strange.
Barney Clovers, potatoes, Christ.
I'm still hacked into Zeph's exoskeleton.
No, Squid Tinkerbell can fairy. Holy Jim McGaw.
Trying to get him home.
€20 to get the trolley out.
What's getting €20 to get the trolley out now? Just to help him.
Here, bring back the trolley when you're finished.
Ah, but it's only the Irish. It's cool, it's cool. See, they put a balloon up. All the leaves are brown. Hang on, that's no Ferrero Rocher.
Yes, sir.
The special effects and sets in Section 31 are pretty decent, particularly with regards to ships of funky design. While I'd be happier with Discovery's wokeness and fascist glorification, 31's general narrative at least felt more story structured than the show which spawned it. Ah, wee Nano Kinney. What I can't figure out is that if his cover was blown half an hour ago, why is he still acting the leprechaun? The BBC were still airing the black and white minstrel show until 1978. Anti-racial attitudes do take a while to catch on, though you'd hope nanobots would learn faster. Get off me, you 20th century bugger, ye! Buzz gets fecked up thanks to an alien ship that is a toy that is a WMD, which blows up a lot of the ship that isn't a hurricane-proof godsend. We've got Georgio versus Scarface. Whatever. I wonder at the question here. Should we feel more sorrier for Hitler or Stalin? Or which one is which?
No.
That bitch is dead.
It's looking all too content in its tidiness when the door to the Empire opens and the godsend actually does begin its countdown.
3, 2, 1.
You're alive.
Yep, Quasi got us out.
What? Quasi got us out of 200 nukes? Oh, okay. Thanks. Quasi. 31 ends with the epilogue at the Grand Hotel, which is jarring in its niceties.
I may slaughter you all at any moment.
Mrs. Fuzz seeks out the people who want to torture her for a shot at insulting Texans everywhere. Well, why pass up a good opportunity? And Jamie Lee Curtis cameos to offer the amoral parasites more wacky adventures.
Has anybody been to Turkana 4?
Is that the sad place? So I understand Section 31 was pretty much universally panned, at least by those who are offering critical reviews online. I think it has some pretty serious flaws, but could have been redeemable. The first 45 minutes is a snooze fest, and maybe reducing it down to an hour 20 in total would be fine. Some actors are better than others. I quite like Sam Richardson's delivery. He has a lovely voice that expresses immediately where we are with the character, and it's particularly distinctive in the few valuable comic dialogues. The character of Fuzz really stuck in my craw for this sort of depiction of the Irish. Now, it seems to me that American audiences have more of a celebratory relationship with Irish identity than perhaps the Irish who were pretty much treated as slaves within British colonialism, and still are subject to a soft racism in Britain, or at least that's been my experience over these last 50 or so years. And yes, I get Fuzz's damage is mitigated by not being Irish, but being a nanobot and an evil nanobot. But really, it looks like Trek has a serious problem with depictions of the Irish and Ireland.
And Jim? How's Jim?
This is Captain Kevin Thomas Riley of the Starship Enterprise.
Oh, there you are. You don't offer us a bite or a sup, and when we build a fire to cook a little something, the whole place goes mad.
Well, what about that Neelix fellow who runs the Ox and Lamb? Well, if he doesn't look like a leprechaun, I don't know who does.
But once I fly inside Dad's body, Mad, well, then it's time to get to work.
Yes, our island's history is complex, but not that you'd require a full college course. I mentioned the black and white minstrel show earlier, and it was generally Irish actors who appeared in blackface. Within the totem pole of British Empire, Irish were one step up from people of colour, and it wasn't uncommon to see in the 1960s and 1970s the sign in windows of no blacks, no Irish, no dogs. So do I think Section 31 has plenty of examples of anti-Irish racism? Well, yeah, and it needs to sort its shit out. If you're interested in more of this sort of thing, there's a quite good video essay by Siley Says called The Irish Peasant, Immigration and Exile in Star Trek TNG's Up the Long Ladder. Link in the description. My channel is pretty much divided into straight video essays with like of Serenity and Angel, and then funnier stuff, the Star Wars Ahsoka series and the Doctor Who series, operating very much like stand-up comedy acts. So if you enjoyed this, you definitely enjoy those. Coming up, I'll be doing a ongoing video essay series on Stephen Moffat's Press Gang. Wonderful, wonderful series from the 1980s and 1990s that set the bar so high. I'd like to thank all my Patreon subscribers. Their names are appearing now on screen. If you'd like to join them, I have access from £1 or $1 a month for everything. You get advanced access to all my videos. You get a chapter of prose on top of that once a month, and other little extras, such as access to my novels, which are in shops now, such as The Wonderful Coastlines After Dark. And if you like bad television, you'll love that. Thanks very much for staying with me, and I'd really love it if you could leave a comment, please. That would be fantastic. Leave a comment, will you? Go on, go on, go on.